Blessed be everyone. So this video is kind of like spur of the moment. It's actually pretty late. It's like I have 1:43 in the morning, and I decided to make this video because I've just gotten home, and this is a routine that I usually do when I get home after visiting other people, perhaps going to some place like someone else's home, or just into someone else's environment, or just into an environment perhaps that might have also just had like a lot of different people, a lot of different energies. If you're sensitive to energies like I am, something that I tend to do afterwards is just cleanse myself, and it's kind of just a good practice to have in general. There are different kind of cleanses you can do. Some people use their athame, and they'll do like a knife cleanse over the body. You have like holy water that you can use. One thing that I like to use is incense. Now it's really fun. It's nice to have like a sage stick, but I don't have a sage stick right now, so I'm just gonna go on camera here and just show like what I'm doing tonight. I've got home. It's kind of late. I'm still like, feeling pretty good, and I figured why not just like make this incense, like cleanse the air, cleanse yourself. And if you're wondering why it's important to do this, it's because every time that we make contact with a person, be it a relative, a friend, or just a stranger, we have cords that extend from one person to the other. So, and there's always an exchange of energy going through those cords, extending from our bodies, from our chakra to the other person. The same way that, think about when you feel someone staring at you from across the room, and it makes you turn around in their direction even though they're not actually touching you. That's because of that energetic cord and that energetic vibration that is directed at you just by that person focusing their attention on you. So it's good to cleanse your body of that. You can do it on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. What schedule I like to get into is doing it every Friday, which is what I used to do, which is what I'm working on getting back to, basically every Friday, like a ritual bath. A bath is another way that you can cleanse those energies. And so you have just sprinkling holy water, taking a full-on bath or shower. You have smudging. You have also using your athame, as well as many other rituals, cleansings that there are. But this is what I like to do, because sometimes also if you're going someplace that maybe the energy is not 100% serene or clear, if you have something in the air like PK manifestation type of energy, or any other psychic vampiric energy or things like that, sometimes things can latch onto you, and you can also bring them home with you. So this is why you want to make a habit of cleansing yourself. You can typically read the situation and know when it is that you've been exposed to these energies, even if you can't fully comprehend it. You only comprehend it on a subconscious level or instinctual level, but you're not really making logic of what it is that's occurring. One way that you can try to figure out, or just tune into whether or not this is happening to you, is paying attention to how you feel when you get home. So if you go out someplace and before you went out, you were in your own emotional bubble, in your own atmosphere, in your own environment, in your own home, and then you go somewhere else, and then you return home. How do you feel when you return home? Do you feel like your normal self that you felt before you walked out the door, or do you feel different? Sometimes when you're exposed to other people's energies and their emotions, it will spill over into your bubble, into your aura, and you can actually take it with you. So you might even noticing yourself behaving in a certain way that you weren't behaving before, picking up someone else's kind of mannerisms. So those are all things that you want to watch out for, and why it's very important to do cleansing, whether you just gone out somewhere or whether you had a friend over to your home or you go over to their home. It's always a good idea to cleanse afterwards, because people are constantly just going through traumas and just through life in general, and it's always good to just make sure you are at a place where you're just living from that calm and serene place and not having any other negative energy gunk on you, let's call it. So this is a method of doing that, or ensuring that after you've gone out and then you come back in your home. For me, my home is a place of it's my haven. I like it to be clean. I like it to be serene. The energies in my home. Even if you allow clutter to build in your home, you will also notice that the energy will start to get stale. So I like to do these things like smudging, or mainly smudging when it comes to like the environment and keeping my atmosphere and also my energetic aura clean. So that said, now we're going to just, like I said, this is just me kind of just doing it on the fly, and I just kind of picked some things that I want to try out as incense that I've used in previous smudging incense, and just share that with you guys if you'd like to copy the recipe. Okay, so ran out of the sage, and I am enjoying some wine tonight. All right, I'm going to start this incense in a bed of rosemary. Keep following my rosary jar. There it is. And this is the bowl that I'm using. This is actually like a really pretty bowl that comes from Tiffany & Company. I'm sure I found that. I found this bowl. Yeah, it says it here on the bottom. Probably not going to be able to see that. But I found this bowl thrifting. Such a pretty bowl with the hearts on it. Probably meant to be a candy dish, but I have so many already. But I thought it would make a great herb dish, and why not choose something that's like has this kind of the symbol on it as a nice herb dish. So I'm going to start it off with a bed of rosemary, and for rosemary's healing and cleansing properties, and also psychic connections. So I'm doing 2 parts rosemary, and I'm just making myself a nice bowl of this incense because I want it to last a bit, since I don't have any sage. And my measurements is my palm, basically. That is it. I do everything intuitive, and it works really, really good. I tend to write it down. Okay, so here's the rosemary. So we're using that for this connection to psychic ability. We're using it for the psychic cleansing, for the bodily cleansing as well. And it's also good for prosperity and relaxing as well. So if you're burning this right before bed, that would help. Okay. And now I'm going to add some lavender. Also 2 hearts. Can't wait to burn this. You can charge the herbs in your hand as you're making your incense. Just tuning into their cleansing properties. Lavender smells so good. Wow. Okay, I actually should have got my mortar and pestle, but of course I forgot it. Okay. Sweetgrass. So sweetgrass is, if you have sage, it's burned by the Native Americans in the same manner. Basically, they burn sage to clear the negative energy, and then they use sweetgrass to draw in positive energy. So I have some rosemary in here that will clear negative energy. I have some lavender for us calming, and now I'm going to add some sweetgrass to bring in the positive vibes. Sweetgrass smells amazing. Ugh, it smells like this would be such a good tea. It's very sweet, and it's the name of sweetgrass. It's very sweet and a little musky at the same time. It's really nice smelling, like a little vanilla almost. Okay, I'm gonna leave my sweetgrass whole sticks because I love the way sweetgrass burns. You can cut it up if you want, but I like to plop it on the charcoal as nice whole sticks. Okay, now we're gonna get a little fancy and add some black pepper. And pepper has that nice property of keeping away negative energies. Ooh, it's not too much, just a little. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. You guys down for a minute. Okay. Now I'm gonna add sweet orange oil. Now you don't have to add all the things that I'm adding in here. You can take one or two of the herbs and go to town with that because they all have amazing properties in terms of clearing away negative energy and bringing good vibes. Just dropped a couple of drops of the sweet orange oil in there. Smells great. Goodness, excuse me. Now I'm gonna have to run and get my mortar and pestle, guys. So stay with me. Hey, here's the mortar and pestle. Let's see. Those is what we're using. Gotta fix myself. I'm so hot right now in this room. They really have the heat going. And this is like a little Victorian building, so it's so hot. Okay, but we're gonna use some rose. I'll probably open up a window in a minute. Now the rose, actually you don't really need it in a mortar and pestle. You can just break it up real easy with your hands. That's what I like to do. Rub the rose into my fingers. Feel how beautiful and soft the petals are as they melt into the incense. Smell that they add Okay, and now we're gonna add this frankincense for protection, which is an element you want to have in your smudge incense. So we're gonna put this in the mortar and pestle first, choosing, if you want to know, 3 pieces. You can also use numerology when you're doing your incense. 2 pieces, 6 pieces, 9 pieces, etc. And then you're gonna, in a clockwise direction, do mortar and pestle. As we all know, that's the creating and building energy. This is rough stuff. This is spell work. That's what it's called, spell work. It's always worth it in the end, though. Okay. For the sake of you guys, I'm not going to need you to stay too long while I grind this up. This is the size I'm going to go with. Which kind of makes it more fun when it's burning. You get those nice nuggets on the fire. I love that. Okay, here we go. For protection. Okay, I think we're almost done here, but now we have to add something really fun, which is willow tree bark. Just reading my notes on it, it says it's psychic energy divination and enchantment death. Those are the notes I put on this, but this is the tree that's connected to life and death. It also has a lot of medicinal and healing properties. Now I'm adding it because I want to cleanse those psychic energies, basically, and my psychic feelers. This is going to be a method of doing that. It'll strengthen that energy so that that energy is the shield in every environment and in every situation. And opening it up in a nice and healthy way. So I'm just adding that aspect to the incense, growing and cultivating my own psychic energy so that I in turn continue to use it as a means of protection and wisdom. So, the willow tree bark. Get a little deep with this incense. That's what I'm doing here. Okay. I think we're good. I just personally want to add a little more rose. And if you're wondering what I did with it, I literally just took out the branches and cracked them into these little bits like this and put them in. Everything is going to be a nice crunchy whole incense. That's what it's looking like. I can kind of smell it from here. I want to sniff, but I don't want to sneeze. But wow, it looks amazing. Ooh, it smells amazing. Alright. I think I'm going to put a little more rose in it. That's what I'm saying. I'm very just intuitive about it. Just need a little more rose for love, inner and outer love. It's a good thing to have. I have found personally that using rose can build up your self-confidence as well. It's all about that beauty. Inner beauty, outer beauty. And I'm going to see if I can add some of this cinnamon. Problem with this is you gotta chop it up, but we'll see how I get it. I'll bring some of my mortar and pestle. That smells amazing. Definitely. Okay. It looks amazing. Maybe I should tilt you guys down and do it. Kind of see it a little bit better. There you go. White. Lovely. And now the fun part, burning it. One more thing, totally optional. Put apple peel. For its good look qualities. Could probably break it up in the mortar and pestle, but because it's getting so crunchy, you just throw it now in the incense. Now I'm using this apple peel. This is from Desserts that I made for the Sabbath for Mabon. So I want to use it in my incense throughout, like all the way to the next Mabon basically. And include that energy of that ritual and voila. Apple peel. For good look qualities. There we go. Alrighty, so I'm gonna light this candle. It's just a candle that I've used, and it's a really cute size pillar candle. And I'm really using this candle glass on the Rose Collection candle that I had. I've been just using it like this to hold this candle. Okay, and I am going to do even more work after this. I have some other things that I'm going to make, but I figured I'd do this one on camera for you guys. Dying to burn this. The cat tree is holding all my items right now. Alright. Now we have a piece of charcoal. You can break this charcoal in half if you don't want to do the whole charcoal. I think this is a whole charcoal kind of day. And then you set the charcoal, put it in there, and you burn it on the charcoal. This is pretty fresh charcoal, so it's going to light rather quickly. See? Already lit. And if you're curious, I'm burning in this cauldron. Alright, so now we're going to start putting the incense on top. Now, if you've never used one of these, you just pick up a portion of the incense and lay it on top, and it's as simple as that. As you can see, the smoke is rising, and the incense is ready. And you use the smoke to smudge your home and smudge yourself. Me personally, I like to use a feather. That's the Native American method. You use a feather because of its fibers and its makeup help sweep the energy web that we're all connected to. You don't have to, you can kind of just use your hands or just walk about with it. Sometimes I'll even like to blow on the incense to just spread it across the room. But yes, so that is the smudging incense that I made tonight, and wanted to just share this with you guys. The practice and why I do it and why it's good to do it, and some things that you can use to make your own incense. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, blessed be.